Alright guys, so we all know Devin Booker takes on a huge part of the offensive lineup for the Phoenix Suns. Alongside DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, and of course coached by Monty Williams, the Suns are trying to emulate what they did last season, but unfortunately they've struggled with injuries and underperformed throughout the current season relative to last year. Now, Booker's been averaging 27 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds in the 29 games this season, and he is by far the best player on the Suns roster. No other player on the team averages more than 20 points per game, not even Ayton, who just signed a max deal to stay in Phoenix. Now, the Suns are currently in 5th place in the Western Conference, with the Dallas Mavericks just 1 game behind them. Even with Booker playing, the Suns were on a 3-game losing streak until they just recently beat the Memphis Grizzlies yesterday, and that was only by 3 points. This makes things a lot harder since Booker has been through injuries pretty much all throughout the month of December. Booker has played 8 games out of 14 scheduled matches, and after only playing 4 minutes against the Nuggets on Christmas Day, Booker felt pain again and was benched throughout the rest of the game. A day after that match against the Memphis Grizzlies, the Suns then revealed that Devin Booker has sustained a left groin strain, and he will be reevaluated in the next 4 weeks. This means that Booker's earliest availability would just be before the All-Star weekend. Now remember, this is just when he'll be reevaluated. This is not when he actually returns. It could take a lot longer than just that 1 month. Now unfortunately, this is an absolute blow to the Suns fans, especially since they are missing so many pieces. As of right now, the Suns only have 14 of their 15 roster spots filled, but with Crowder not with the team, they truly only have 13 players on the roster. Booker, Johnson, and Cameron Payne, they are all hurt. So that brings their roster size down to 10 players, and now that Landry Shamet is dealing with a right Achilles soreness, that will also keep him out for his 2nd consecutive game, so that really puts the Suns roster down to 9 possible players. Now they do have some two-way players, but let's be real, they're probably not going to see that much playing time, and even if they do, it probably won't benefit the Suns all that much. Now if you think about it, Chris Paul is getting older and is not the scorer that he once was, even though he is still a great, terrific assist/facilitator type of guy. DeAndre Ayton has been an inconsistent scorer all season long. Mikal Bridges is known more for his skill defensively than offensively, and without Booker, the Suns will lose close to maybe 20% of their total scoring production from this season. So this is honestly a really, really huge loss. I mean, I hate to say it, but the Suns are really in trouble right now, and it is hard to imagine that this team has what it takes to win a championship just from what we currently see today. And honestly, something just doesn't feel right with this team, even when they are at full strength. And now having to deal with this whole Devin Booker thing being out, the Suns front office must find a way to get a deal done involving Jae Crowder, just to kind of create some more depth in the meantime. I mean, at this point, getting secondary scorers and playmakers for Crowder would be the most beneficial thing for the Suns, but going out and possibly acquiring a player like John Collins from the Atlanta Hawks or Eric Gordon from the Houston Rockets, that could go a long way this season for this team. It could potentially even solidify at least them pushing throughout the playoffs and maybe becoming title contenders. But whatever this team does decide to do given their injuries, and of course whatever they do decide to do with Crowder, will honestly dictate a whole lot of subsequent moves from other franchises in the league and what could beneficially help them throughout the long run. I gotta say it, Suns, they are on a timer now. If they want to salvage this season, something has got to happen.